Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Peony Paper Crafts. It is a beautiful, albeit windy day here in Ottawa. We did have a big storm go through last night, but everything seems to be fine where we are, but it's definitely very windy out today, which is good because that means there's not as many bugs. So there's always a silver lining. We'll just wait a couple of seconds to see if anyone else logs in. You can see by the pieces that we're playing with the Peony Suite again today. It is just so pretty. Just gonna find it in the catalog here. It is a suite of products. So it comes with, there's a stamp set. There are these elegant faceted gems, beautiful doilies, and today I'm going to attempt to make this flower. My friend Pat said it was easy, so we'll believe her. And what else are we using today? Oops. And we are using a little bit of the designer series paper. It is very pretty. And I did get a chance to make up my little sample. So this is what the Peony Garden Designer Series paper looks like. And as you know, our paper is two-sided. These are the colors it coordinates with. So basic gray, gray granite, petal pink, and whisper white. And the paper is really, really pretty. I know I'm going to go through a few packs of this paper. And another paper that I just got yesterday in my order is the World of Good Specialty Designer Series paper, and it's part of a suite as well, and it has copper accents. That's why it's a specialty paper. So there are 4 of the sheets that have copper on them. So this one has, it's hard to show, it was hard to cut up because it was actually a big, larger grid, and some globes, a great little black and brass, I was going to say bronze, it's brass check, and then again a map with brass accents. And we do have now brass foil paper to coordinate with this set. So it's a really nice set as well. And I did get the whale paper, but I didn't want to chop it up. I just couldn't chop it up into little pieces because some of the sheets are a beautiful scene, so I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Hello, Pat. I'm glad you're here because if this goes bad, you're getting all the blame. But we're going to be making the flower today from the Peony set, the Peony Dies. When I got this die set, there was so many dies, I didn't even know what to do with them all. So we've used a few of them already. We've used the medium-sized flower, the large flower, and the small flower, and you've seen those cards. And we used these 2 leaf dies. These all coordinate with stamps. But for this Peony 3D flower, it has the ones I'll show you in a second, and then it has 3 more leaves, and these little edges to the leaves, and this little stamen for the flower. And yeah, that's all. So for the flower, there are 4 dies, and they go in size from biggest to smallest. That's the largest one. That's the second largest, the third largest, and the 4th largest. And when you look at those in a set, you look like, oh, what is that? But Pat was right. If it's as easy as it looked in the video, it's easy to put together. But I'll let you know. So we're going to make 2 cards using these dies, and same design, but I just changed them up a little bit. The other thing I'm going to be using is the new Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder. Hello, Cindy. We got the wind that you had yesterday. It's very windy here today. This one is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You need to have this in your stash. It's just a beautiful, subtle background. I'll show you what it looks like. I've done them both on white, so hopefully you can see it. It's just so pretty. I don't even know how to describe it. It's very pretty. And I think it's going to look nice on these cards. Well, I hope so anyways. And I have a few pieces that we can decide later exactly how we're going to do them. So I have a white flower to put together. I know peonies are usually all different shades of pink. Actually, you can get peonies in a lot of different colors. I have a double colored peony. That would have been cool to do the inside a different color. I have one that's like a fuchsia on the outside third, no, maybe 40%, and then the inside 60% is cream color. It's totally beautiful. I only get, it's a fairly new one, so I only get a couple of blooms every year, but it's very, very pretty. So I'll have to try that because I didn't think of that. All right, so we're going to be using this embossing folder. The other thing we're using is the Tasteful Labels dies. I've used this one and this one inside on this card. And on the other card, I've used the rectangle stitched framelits for this card. So I was going white on white on this one, but I did slip in a little piece of gray. We can decide if we like that. And this one I just had it pink on white, and then I did sneak in this little piece of designer series paper. So we can decide if we like it or not. All right, so let's get started. Oh, you still have the wind today. Yeah, it's really windy here today. And where we are, we have a lot of big trees in the back in our property and out in the woods. And usually on a really windy day, there's one or two that come down. Not necessarily on our property, but close by. All right, so this is what I'm thinking it's going to look like. I did add a doily to this one. We can check later and see if we like it. But first of all, so for those leaves, they had the leaf die, and then they had this little outer die. I went ahead and glued those because it's kind of messy, and my fingers were all full of white glue. I used my silicone mat. But in the new catalog there are, what are they called? Sheets. But I don't have any yet. We had them before and then we got rid of them, or they were gone. I don't know if we actually got rid of them, but adhesives. So I think if I had had these sheets, it would have been less messy. So adhesives. Adhesive sheets. Oh, yes, adhesive sheets. So then you could cut out your little darker piece with the adhesive sheets and then just peel it and stick it on. That would have been a lot easier. Anyways, I'll make sure I order those next time I put in an order. You always miss things in the catalog. Okay, so we'll leave this. This is just the assembly of the card. I went ahead and did those. So I used Pear Pizzazz and Old Olive, just for a little bit of a difference in color. Now, here's as easy as it says it is. Put them in order from biggest to smallest. And you start with the smallest one. And you take it and you slide it in to the second biggest one. Am I doing this right off the bat? I'm hoping Pat will help me if I get lost. The notches have to match. Here's the front. Can't remember if we start from the back or the front. Anyways, you just slide them in. Yeah, that's right. I'm doing it right. Oh, good. Okay. Oh yeah, it didn't look right before. Or is it not looking right now? Do you start from the littlest to the biggest or the biggest to the littlest? I thought you start with the littlest and then work your way up. The back matches up at the bottoms. Yeah, I know that. This is going to be another one of those videos. So here's how they all match up. It's just this one that's giving me grief. Pretty sure you start with the smallest. Let's just try it this way. Otherwise, we're going to be going and watching Kylie Bertucci's video, because she's the one whose video I watched. All right, so we look at the back, and we do see that they match up. There's these little notches that match up. See how those two match up? And then you just put a little bit of glue or a glue dot. I'm going to put a glue dot because I did watch a couple of videos. And one girl said she put too much glue and it all oozed out. So, you know me, I love my glue dots. So let's try glue dots. I'm just not sure the first one is in the right spot. This does look right though, so I'm not going to worry about it. So then I'm going to take the next one. It's that first one that doesn't look right. Okay, so those match up perfectly. You can see how whoever designed this must be an origami expert, because it's really cool how it goes together. So I'm just adding the second one. Well, I don't even know which one I'm at. There we go. And then the last one is the one that doesn't seem to match up, although it looks right. This one, maybe it just matches up there. I'm going with that. Okay, so I'm just matching this one up here. And then you take the little stamen and you stick it in where you think the middle of the flower is. Yeah, then fan out the petals. I think it would be in here, or maybe here. And then you take the petals and you fan them out to give it that 3D look. Because otherwise right now it's just a flat flower. I wonder if the first one just sits on the front. Doesn't look quite as good as it did in the video. It is pretty cool how simple it is. And there you can see how you have the 3D effect. And if this is wrong, tomorrow will be the, oh, here's how you're supposed to do it video. And then you put the leaves wherever you want them behind. I'm going to put this one on top of this one. And then I'll put the two of them behind. Just going to look in the book because I think there are no instructions. You just have to go online and watch a video. Yeah, that looks right. It looks like it does. Here's the picture in the video. I was wondering if the smallest one should be somewhere else, but no, it looks like it's right. So make sure you fan everything out. I think they had this one maybe in the one below, but doesn't matter. I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella because it is just all white. It's really cool, and it's actually, don't go by how challenging it seemed to be for me. You just slide them in and then add a little glue dot. So I'm just adding a bit of Wink of Stella. And let's throw some on the leaves as well. I'm running out, I think. All right, so for our card, we have the card base. I'm just going to grab my stamp and seal. And the nice thing about it is when you put it in an envelope, it would just flatten out. And then hopefully when the person got it, it would fan out again. Hopefully, otherwise that was kind of a waste of time. Okay, so I'm going to add this beautiful dainty diamond embossed sheet. So the base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is 4 by 5 1/4. So it's just a 1/4 inch. So then I thought, first I was just going to put white on white. And then I have, oh, I didn't even think about making sure that these stay inside the card. Okay, we're good. Oh, the doily. I was going to put the doily just to add a little bit of texture. And then the congratulations. I thought this would be a beautiful wedding card. I think I'll slide that down here. And then I thought maybe I need a little bit of color. So I was going to slip this one under in the middle of the flower. Yes or no? It does give it a little bit of pop of color. So I'll wait to hear from you to see if you like it. And maybe this needs to be here. No, I'm going to put this down here while you're thinking about it. And then I'm going to add a few little gems. Hi, Shannon. So Shannon says yes to the gray. Yes, the gray. I agree. I think it's just missing something without the gray. Okay, so let's add the gray. And if you're one of my team members, you're going to get a little Peony package for the make and takes for our Zoom call next week. And we can all try to figure out the flower together. Okay, so I want it about there. So this is 4 by 1.5. I didn't want too much because I don't want to cover up this, but I just wanted a little bit. Then I'm going to add this, and I'm just going to put a little bit of snail on here, or seal on here, because it's going to be covered up anyways. So I'll center this. It doesn't matter, it's glue kind of is going through, but I'm going to be adding this. Now, I'm just putting this on flat because there's already quite a bit of height in this flower. It's so pretty though. So how am I going to do this? I guess I'll use glue dots. Glue dots are your friend. Glue dots are quite strong, so you don't have to worry about it falling off. All right, that should be good. I think this would be a really pretty wedding card. All right, and then we need to add a few gems. Now, there's no pink on this, so I'm just going to go, oh, I'm going to try my putty, my take a pick tool. Does it look like it's supposed to, Pat? Oh, God. Close enough. So I'm going to add some little gems. Looks like diamonds, and they're so pretty. But I'm not going to use pink. Okay, I see people do this with this take a pick tool so easily. There. I like it. I don't know if it's folded as much as it's supposed to be. It looks like it from what I see in the catalog. It is really, really pretty. And actually so easy to do if I did it right. I'm not sure I did, but anyways, it's together. All right, let's try again. So this one is the same card, exact same card, different saying, petal pink. But what I'm going to do is take a sponge and go around the edges. and I started a little bit just to see how it looked, to give it a little bit of definition. That you're not going to see, I don't think, but I think you see this piece. After you put a couple, I should have put one together obviously. After you've put a couple together, I think it makes it easier to know even where to sponge or exactly what the heck you're doing. And I don't even know which of these pieces are inside or which are outside, or who knows. And I like doing color on color for sponging. It's just very subtle. Wondering if I had this the wrong way. I'm gonna sponge all around. Maybe I had it going in the wrong way, because those little tabs didn't meet up as well as the other ones did. I don't know. Paper crafting. It's not the end of the world. Okay, I did it right. Okay. Yeah, it was Kylie's that I watched. Hers was nice and short. I did watch another one too, but it was quite a bit longer. Okay, thanks for checking. I feel better. I think maybe I put the stamen one layer too far back though. I'll try it closer this time. So, did she start from the back and smallest to largest? That's what I thought. So smallest to largest. This is one I'm not sure. Oh, wonder if I had that wrong. Check and see, Pat, if this one's supposed to be, I just don't know why it has this little piece here, or if that's supposed to be poking up. I'm going to put it this way and see if it matches up with the tabs. Oh, it does. I had the other one in backwards, I think. Okay, that was a lot easier. Okay, so now all the tabs match up. So here's the back layer. I'm going to get my glue dots. The way now that I have the first one in, it gives it a little more depth. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, so now we'll get the second one, second layer, and there's this one little notch. That's kind of your keeper. That's the one that you look for. So that layer's down. Now I'll put some glue for the next layer. Or not glue. You could use white glue. I don't know. I think it would be a bit messy. I think glue dots are your friend for this game. Glue dots for the win. So now I'll take this one and slide it up. Alright, and now the bottom one matches. I actually put the littlest one in backwards on the other one, or upside down. That's okay. It still looked good. Alright. I was pretty sure she had done smallest to largest. Okay, that looks better, I guess. Now the stamen. I wonder if the stamen goes right in here. Yes, it does. That makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little glue dot behind there. Get that in a little bit more. All right, that's so pretty. Let's put a little bit of Wink of Stella on before. Yeah, the opening to the top. I did it wrong in the first one. That's okay. This one's pretty with just a little bit of shadowing around the edges. And I don't think much Wink of Stella is being applied right now, but you get the idea. The girl I watched, Kylie, she put, what was it she put on? Crystal, what was it called, Pat? Something crystal. Okay, I think that Wink of Stella needs to be replaced. And then you can't, I took my bone folder up, but you can't use your bone folder really. And I don't think you can fold them beforehand because it would be hard to get them inside. So you just give them all a little bit of a bend. Trust me, it's pretty easy. That's really pretty. All right, let's go ahead and put it together. Our Stampin' Seal. This embossing folder is really, really pretty. Okay, nothing came out there. The Stampin' Seal is quite strong. I do like that. It doesn't always come out the way I want it, but maybe it's the way I'm using it. I tend to use too much pressure. I think there's a song about that. Okay, so that's going to go here. Oh, our leaves. I know I made leaves. Okay. I for sure made 2 sets of leaves. Because I even had the wrong size ones at first. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and put this on. I couldn't have lost all 3 of them. So this is a piece, again, from the Designer Series paper. And it's the back side of this gray one. It's going to be hard to choose which one to use. But I thought the pink might be pretty. I was thinking of putting a little piece of vellum, but I already have vellum down here. So let's just see where we want it until I find the leaves, because this flower definitely needs leaves. I wonder if you're supposed to flip these ones up too. No, I don't think so. Alright, so I'm going to want it about there. Okay. And then I have my little saying, "It's your day," and that is from the Tulip bundle. So I'm going to put it in the middle of this piece of vellum, and we'll add some rhinestones. For this one I might put it close to the flower, I'm not really sure, but I have to find the leaves. Oh, there they are. I knew they had to be here somewhere. Okay, so let's do 1 up here again and 2 down here. Are these ones the same size? Yeah. Alright, so we'll do 1 up here. And this little trim thing is nice, but I don't think you actually need it. But it does kind of look cute. And then we'll add these ones. Put a glue dot on the front. Now, I want to make sure I'm not going off the card. There, that's good. And then we'll put a couple of glue dots on the back of this. There we go. I think I want it up a bit. I think maybe for this one, I might want it right under. What do you think? Down below or right under? I'll get some little gems while we're deciding. They are pretty, I gotta say that. If you gave this for a wedding, they would be, oh my god. Alright, so for this one we can use some of the pink. It's almost like there's a perfect little spot for it right inside these little diamonds. Okay. I'll use maybe a crystal one. So what do you think? Up here tucked in or down here? I kind of like it tucked in. I don't know. What do you guys think? Down below. Okay. Hi, Lynn. Down below. This is a fun set to play with. I'll bring out all the stuff I've made this week so far. And it's only, what day is it? Thursday. All right, now we definitely need some little gems down here. Don't want to overdo it. And you know my rule of 3 or 5. I think 5 would be too many. All right, so there we have white on white with a bit of gray and petal pink, which is what matches this one. And I'm just going to grab the ones that we've made so far this week. We'll add them to the collection. So we're getting a little fancier as we go. This is my new challenge, challenge accepted, Pat. We started out with simple because I had just got my box of stuff. So this was Monday, stamping on the back with the doily and trying out the designer series paper. And these are all these greetings. These two are from this set. Then we did a case from the catalog, which was this one. Tried out the little scalloped. Again, used the doily. Did our matching envelope and the inside of our card. Then I branched off a little bit, used a little leftover piece of the scallop, the scripty embossing folder, again the doily, and used Stampin' Blends to color. Did the envelope and the inside as well. And then yesterday I did this card design I really like, where you cut it off so that you can see both sides of the paper. It's so pretty. So this piece is 5 and oh, here it is. Here's this. I always stick it on the back of the card so I remember when I do my blog post. Card base is 5.5 by 5 1/4, scored at 4 1/4. And also, if you're making cards, something like this that's a bit unusual, has unusual measurements, put a sticky on the back so when you go to make another one, you're not sitting there measuring everything. It's a good little tip. So we made this one. And then I was trying all one color and then a pop of color. So we tried this one. And this is actually the color of my peonies in my garden right now. And with the marble on the back, which I think is pretty. And then today we amped it up again and did our 3D flowers. So definitely the theme is gray and pink and white. And that is what is reflected in the color palette for this design, this suite of products. And I did order the gray ribbon, so it should be here soon. I don't think either of these cards need ribbon or anything. They've got enough going on with the 3D of the flower. So definitely you could use this in any color you want, obviously, but I just love this color palette. Thank you, Cindy. I'm glad you enjoyed them. So now you can learn from me how to do it and not do it. Yes, you can see the difference in the one that I did properly that's turned the right side up. It's got these extra 2 little pieces to fold down, whereas this one doesn't. Because there's the little notch that's supposed to meet up on the bottom. Oh well. No one's going to notice. When you give someone that card, they're not going to notice, believe me. Okay, so add to your list the, what's it called? Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder. I have a handful of folders that I use all the time. The 3D Subtle, the new texture one. This one will be added to that. And I do like the little greenery ones too, but they're not as versatile as these ones. These ones you can use with any type of card. And the scripty one. I actually had to get a new scripty one because my scripty one split. Probably from overuse. So I like an embossing folder that is subtle, that doesn't take away from the card design, but just enhances it, I think. So that's it for me for today. Today is Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Pat. Thanks for checking the video for me, too. It's good to have someone on standby. Hey, that's like phone a friend. Pat, can you check and make sure which way this goes, up or down? Oh, live video. It's always fun. I know I'm amongst friends that are not going to judge me when I make a mistake, because I do. And it's paper crafting. If need be, you just get some more paper and cut it, as we saw in one of my other videos. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow, Friday. I'm not sure what I'll be making, but it'll be something fun. I hope you're joining me on my mission to make a card, send a card. Like I said, even though this is 3D, when you put it in an envelope, it would go flat. So it would be good to mail. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Thanks for joining me in my studio today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks and have a great day.